Assalamu alaikum ji, welcome back to Founder Stories, where we share with you some of the most successful and inspirational entrepreneurs and their stories, and we introduce you to them. And today we have such an entrepreneur with us. His name is Bilal Bawany, and he is the founder of Niovani. So, Assalamu alaikum ji.
Assalam, pleasure to be here.
Thank you. It's great to have you here. So first of all, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूँगी कि आप अपने हमारी जो ऑडियंस है उनको थोड़ा सा अपने बैकग्राउंड के बारे में बताएं, थोड़ा आप की जो एजुकेशन है उससे रिलेटेड और आपके उसके बाद एजुकेशन के बाद एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं उससे रिलेटेड.
So I have a master's in I did my undergraduate in marketing. That's when I really got into, the love for brand building and wanting to work with brands, wanting to work for brands.
Okay.
Uske baad I worked in an advertising agency for a bit. Uske baad I did my postgraduate in marketing, so I did my master's in marketing from England. Uske baad I came back to Karachi. I worked in a couple of other companies in product management. And then I started Niovani about 3 years ago in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. So tell us about how it all started. Where did you get the motivation? कहाँ से ये idea आपको आया इस business का?
At the time, I mean, watches is something कि यार, I've always loved. Watches का तो मुझे बहुत सालों से शौक है. And at that time, I felt there was a gap in the local market for a local brand of watches. So, and brand building or developing one's own brand coming from a marketing background is something I've always wanted to do. And I felt कि local market में local watch brand कोई as such presence थी नहीं उस वक्त. Most people were wearing counterfeit replica items, replica watches, जिसकी कोई warranty नहीं थी. So I wanted to provide a watch that had a warranty, yet was original and affordable. So instead of the masses paying, 4,000-5,000 rupees to buy a fake watch, a fake replica, they can now get an original watch with a warranty. They know where it's made, with a good engine, and if anything goes wrong, it's backed up by a warranty, so they have that sense of satisfaction. So that's how we started, basically.
Right, very interesting. So जब भी आपको business शुरू करते हैं, obviously there are a few challenges that you have to face along the way. तो आप मुझे कुछ ऐसे challenges के बारे में बताएं. How did you overcome those challenges?
I think शुरू में it was a completely different landscape because my background at the time was in traditional advertising, in traditional brand building. At that time, e-commerce in Pakistan is still growing. It's not huge. It's not as huge as some people would believe it to be. But some of the challenges we faced initially was how to reduce the customer acquisition cost.
Right.
How to acquire customers, economically, increasing the return on ad spend. Basically scaling. Scaling was a main, and how to have an efficient supply chain. These two were the hurdles that we faced.
Okay, so just for our audience's information, आप थोड़ा सा अपने business idea के बारे में बताएं कि है क्या, what exactly do you do?
So, Niovani is basically an accessories brand. The whole concept is dealing with affordable luxury, accessible luxury. We believe luxury doesn't have to break the bank. So you can have entry-level luxury products at an affordable price, 3,000, 4,000, 2,000 rupees. So we started with jewelry and watches. We started with what's called semi-precious jewelry. So this is sterling silver jewelry with real crystals. So we wanted to give a good quality jewelry product for daily wear with genuine crystals, European crystals. So people could have a sense of everyday luxury, feel special every day.
Right.
So we started with jewelry and watches. About 14-15 months ago, we launched fragrances.
Okay.
And we've been continuing fragrances since then and the whole concept of fragrances were fragrance impressions, because abhi jo dollar itna bhar gaya hai, and with the whole import duties and all, fragrances like, Dior and Savage and Chanel, they cost 10, 15, 20,000 rupees, which is very high, and it'll only get higher now. So our whole concept was to provide a similar smell, कि भाई, smell similar ho, yes, वो bottle नहीं होगी, वो brand name नहीं होगा, but at the end of the day, you're getting that similar smell, and and yeah, it's affordable luxury. Yes, the smell is not exactly the same because एक 20,000 रुपए fragrance को copy कर it's not easy. So it's similar, 70%, 65%. It's a similar fragrance.
Right. अच्छा, तो resources और capital बहुत जरूरी है of course एक business को set up करने के लिए. तो आपने अपने capital जो initial था वो कहाँ से obtain किया था?
So the bulk of it was savings from my jobs previously. Okay. And I think the biggest costs initially, it was the inventory cost, which was holding the inventory, buying the stock. Right. So personally, we like having the stock. काफी e-commerce में drop shipping होती है, so they don't have the stock. जब order आता है, they pick it from somewhere. Yes. उसमें थोड़ा delay आता है and थोड़ी unreliability होती है in case the vendor doesn't have the stock. We are a private label brand, so we have our own stock. We carry our own stock, and उससे क्या होता है कि we have a sense of security. If we have the stock. Yes. Also, delivery is a little faster, and I think the main capital was focused on inventory. Right. ठीक है. अच्छा, आप अपनी टीम को किस तरह मैनेज करते हैं, किस तरह बिल्ड करते हैं, क्या प्रोसीजर है उसका? So, just like a pure startup, we started very small. We started with a team of 2 people. Right. And it grew eventually. So, अभी हमारा एक graphics department है, which deals with videos, graphics for social media, for digital marketing. And then we have a customer service team, which deals with tracking orders, customer inquiries, returns, replacements, refunds, reimbursements. वो एक काफी active department है. And then we have a team of writers, local writers. We also rely on courier companies, but we also have our own writers for day-to-day work. So we're still growing, we're still scaling. And just like any startup, scaling is a goal. It's a major goal. Yes, for sure. Okay, so future plans मैं आपसे पूछूंगी जो कि हर business को obviously एक growth plan होता है, तो आपका क्या plan है? So we started with a watch and jewelry brand, per fragrances we launched. So we've really become an accessories brand. Yes. It's become an accessories brand now. So at the moment, our short-term goal is to increase our watches category. We don't just hold our own watches, we also resell other brands. Okay. So Niovani के खुद के watches, we get them manufactured and we sell them on our website. तो हम उसकी अभी range बढ़ा रहे हैं for Niovani watches, which are our own watches, private label. So the short-term goal is to increase the watch category. The long-term goal is to maybe add more categories within the website. So apart from fragrances, jewelry, watches, maybe venture into a 4th category of wearable accessory. Right. अच्छा, पर्सनल डेवलपमेंट के लिहाज से अगर बात की जाए तो आप एज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर अपनी डेवलपमेंट जर्नी थोड़ी एक्सप्लेन करें ताकि हमारी जो ऑडियंस है, जो यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स है या जो भी एस्पायरिंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स भी हैं. जी जी बिल्कुल. I think शुरू में तो most people when they start, just like I did, lack of guidance is a big issue. Yes. Challenge. Yeah, it's a big challenge because especially digital mein, it's a very new landscape. Right. You can't take help from your uncle या चाचा or father. उनको तो समझ नहीं आएगी ये digital marketing, and the challenge is आपको भी शायद समझना है. Because it's very new, and if someone doesn't have the experience in it, तो see when you're working for a company, आप काम कर लेंगे, but अपना जो आप खुद का कुछ शुरू करेंगे और आप 2 लाख मार्केटिंग में लगा रहे हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल, आप एक नहीं 5 दफा सोचेंगे यार कि ये मैं सही कर रहा हूँ, is this the right thing that I'm doing or should I take help from somewhere? So you will feel lost. Right. You will feel lost, but in my opinion, the whole goal is to just stick with it and keep on learning every day. The second you stop learning, things will just start to, get flatlined. So you have to keep on learning every day. Take small risks. I believe in taking small risks. No point taking big risks. Take small risks, but take them often. Because big risks aap lenge, you lose big. So keep on taking small risks. You'll keep on learning. You'll see what's working, what's not working. Keep on trying new products, colors, categories. It doesn't cost much. The advantage आजकल के ज़माने में है internet. You can learn anything from YouTube, Facebook,
Yes.
Anything you want. So yes, failure, they can 90% of startups fail. This is the truth. And if you have a startup, chances are you will fail before 2 years. I mean, you probably won't be here, आप कुछ और कर रहे होंगे. So you should be realistic. And तो मैं एक dream नहीं बेचना चाहता जो काफी startup ये motivational speakers बेचते हैं. Work for yourself. I think working for yourself कोई जरूरी नहीं है. Either you work for a company or you work for yourself. दोनों में मेहनत है. दोनों ways you will become inshallah successful. You don't have to have a startup. But ये है कि if you are doing this, just keep on learning, and that's the main goal.
That's great. Actually, this is what I was coming to. I was going to ask you to give the aspiring entrepreneurs some advice. तो आपने बहुत ही wonderful advice दी है. And I'm sure कि audience ने बहुत सीखा होगा आज और मैंने definitely काफी tips आपसे हासिल किए हैं. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for the next episode of Founder Stories. If you want to sign up for Founder Stories, go to startupinsider.info and take care and Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.